What's good? It's been a while since I've done one of these videos. It's your boy KingProMoe back on the scene. I had the pleasure of participating in the 300 YCS in Richmond, Virginia, where I got top 32, 18th place out of 2,055 other players. I had a pretty good time, even though it was cold and rainy, but I wanted to do a little recap, a deck profile, and of course a combo of why I played the deck. It was Yummy Solfachord or Solfachord Yummy, however you want to say it. It was a pretty good deck. I wanted to play it because it had a bunch of hand traps and a pretty stupid 1 to 1.5 or 2 card combo, I guess you can say. But first of all, I'm gonna do shout outs. Shout outs to Kaiba and the Hubbub Gaming. I don't play as often as I want to, but when I do need cards or whatever, I can always hit up Kaiba and get the cards for the low. The homie John, who wasn't able to go, keeps me like connected around the current scene to see what's going on and all that. Solo games, Nikolai should watch his videos pretty often now to keep track of what's happening. And when I do pass by cool stuff, I can always talk to Casey, Carlos, or Patrick. Those are like the good yummy duelists that I know that I can always ask questions or whatever. And when I was up there, major shout outs to Michi, Saul, Pat Hoban. You know, I like to do hood whack stuff with my friends sometimes. But anyway, like I said, the event was 15 rounds. Well, day one was 9 rounds. Day two was 6 rounds. Round one, I played against Penguins, who won a dice roll. I 2-0'd that one. Round two was Radiant Typhoon. They won a dice roll. I 2-0'd that one. Round three was Radiant Typhoon. They won a dice roll. It was 2-1. Round four, I played against Brandon Dragotail. I won a dice roll, but I lost. Round five, my opponent was a no-show, which was crazy because we was only X1 at that point, but we take those. Round six was Brandon Dracotel, which I lost the dice roll and got 2-0'd. I was like, holy shit, I gotta lock in if I want to, day two or top this event. Round seven was against Radiant Typhoon. I won a dice roll, I 2-0'd it. Round eight was Mr. Rugi. I won a dice roll and 2-0'd it. Round nine was versus Malice. I won a dice roll and it was 2-1. So I ended day one at 7-2. And then day two was 6 more rounds for a total of 15, right? Round 10 versus Malice, who won a dice roll, but I won 2-1. Round 11 was versus Brandon Dracotail. I won a dice roll and I 2-0'd it. Round 12 was versus Brandon Dracotail. They won a dice roll, but I won the match 2-1. Round 13 was versus a good local friend or duelist, our champion, Willie, who was playing Tri Brigade Radiant Yummy, the same deck that Kamal. Huge shout outs to this beast of a player with this 7 dub in Black History Month. Congratulations, homie. But Will beat me 1-2, which put me at X3. A small chance, I guess, of topping still because the 8th place player was an X3, but round 14 was versus Christian K9. I won dice roll and 2-0'd it, and round 15 was versus Vanquish Soul K9, which I won a dice roll and 2-0'd it, which put me at a record of 12-3, 18th place overall, just shy of the top 16 of getting the effect veiler. Yeah, but I had a good time. They gave us we got this map for participating, which was pretty cool. We got the top cut mat, which I'm gonna get the profile on. We got YCS sleeves, my day 2 pack, which I didn't open up, and I believe this was the card trooper, a stamp or whatever, along participation dice and coin. The coin was a Ryko. You can zoom in on that. And one of the homies got the sparkling dice, but I got the little blue dice, so that's pretty cool. But anyway, you gotta say that the event was cool. You know, I actually it was better than cool. It was good. The deck was performed nice, and I didn't really brick. I would say I don't think I did at all. Didn't have any problems with that. Oh, I'll take that back. When I played versus Willie, that was a pretty interesting match because I think we both semi-brick, but since he went first, he was able to get it together faster than I was off my one push. But let's just get into the deck profile and then we'll hop into the combo. So yeah, Haggery. Oh, bro, I had two huge nip tokens versus the Vanquish Soul K9 and the Christian K9 deck. Ridiculous tokens, but for the Yummy deck, I have this backwards. It was a 40 card deck. Of course, I rarely play less than 40 cards. Shout out to the cool stuff, homies. Alright, so we have 3 Marshmallow, 3 Cupsy, 2 Cookie, 1 Lolly as the main Yummies. Didn't really need any more. Like, you really don't want to see the Yummies. What you do want to see are the Solfachord cards. So I got 3 of the ProMoe, 1 Cutea, and 1 Solfachord. Solfachord is like the brick of the deck. This is the one you really don't want to draw like at all. But seeing like ProMoe or the Happiness, the spell card, is like stupid full combo. And with any extender, you can go crazy with it. So those little beamers like I guess the monsters for the engine, and then we have the hand traps. We got 3 forward, 2 Pirellia. Pirellia was actually pretty good, especially when you came across like the Vecluso or even the K9 part of the matches that I came across. Usually a +1 or +2. Later on in the tournament, they played super hard into it, where like I drew into like my nibs and everything else for like 2 giant tokens that it was ridiculous. But 3 Ash Blossoms to stop the Charmers, of course. I main boarded the Drills this tournament because I really wasn't sure as to what decks would still be out there. But it was alright because like, I played against 3 Radiant decks overall. So that was alright. Alright, that's it for the monsters. Alright, yeah. For the spells, we have the Solfachord Happiness. I think this is the best starter slash extender for the deck. 1 Puri Reyes map because it can search either the Cup Cease or the ProMoe, which was pretty nice. Engine cards, Mignon, a Croaky, Surprise. Can't really do anything about those. You need those. I played the 1 Callboy because 5 mana is a thing. Yeah. And stopping Charmies and everything else, and 2 Droplets because Droplet was amazing. I think the tech card of this tournament, as a matter of fact, because everyone, they don't want to deal with turn 0 plays, whether it be 5 mana or Holy Sue into Ryzen or whatever. And rounding off hand traps, we got 3 Imperm and 3 Dominus Purge. 40 card deck, clean. We'll go ahead and do the extra deck. We got Cup C, Lolly, Cookie, Standard, Sorrow Cat, which is what we use now in order to bridge into our new Omni Negate. Starham, Mary Memphis. I chose to play Librarian, and the combo I'm going to show you is with it. 2 2.5, 0.5 because you have to discard any card, but you draw 4 cards during the combo. So, and Zaylan the Shackled Dragon, which is our new hero of the Arclight. Another Omni-Negate that I played was the Grand Solfachord Yummy, which we end on. SP Little Knight, IP Masquerena, Link Spider, which I didn't summon one time throughout the whole tournament, I believe. I want to say. But the one Snatchy, you only need one if you know what you're doing. Link Karibo and Al Mirage for the extra. And for the sideboard, we go with the 2 nibs, which went crazy day 2. Retaliating Seed to help deal with the branded decks. 2 Ghost Bell. It was either the Ghost Bell in the main board or Droll. I didn't really miss the bells in the main, but they're interchangeable, I suppose. If you wanted to be a little bit more solid on the meta game, you could take the Drolls into the side and put the Ghost Bells. But I kind of sort of like Droll because sometimes you can self Droll and then still full combo. So 2 thrusts to search for the talents. Cross off from me going first in Harpy's Feather Duster, which also went crazy versus the Radiant Typhoon decks. The anti-spell, Solemn Judgment, thrust targets, Dragon Tail Flame, and 1 the Black Goat Laugh. Which is funny enough, come on my favorite card too. But this card is pretty damn good when you know what to call and how to stop. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the best, I guess, the best 2 card combo what we can do, which involves Solfachord Happiness, any discard, so let's say any Mo Charming, because we're going first, and Cupsies. That's pretty good. Yeah. Alright, so the deck goes here. Then the extra deck. I'll face it doing this way so you guys can see it better that way, right? Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna start with activating Solfachord Happiness. I think this was either the best it's the best starter and extender because the Solfachord cards demand an answer. And you'll see why. If you Ash Blossoms this, then that means that your Cupsies should resolve. And if your Cupsies resolve, then you're winning the game. Like 90% because you're gonna have full combo. But for sake of matter, we'll just play it as is like this. So for core happiness, discard Parelia. This is in your hand, yeah. We're gonna search for a 0 and the 8. And we can special summon the 0 with the Solfachord Happiness. It summons, searches for 2 Solfachords with different scales and summons based on the number of monsters your opponent has +1. So they have 0 monsters, you summon 1. If they have 1 monster, you can summon 2. Alright. So this is the hand that's summoned. With the effect, you can add the Solfajaya. And then we can normal summon the 8 now and activate that to search for a 0. Alright. Now we can link into IP Masquerena. And then we can go scale, 0 and 9. We can pendulum summon. You'll summon 0, the 8, and the Cupsies. Now we can chain block Cupsies, chaining 1 to search, and then promote target itself to add back, chaining 2. A search surprise. Now we can link go into Kulia, That'll trigger Premoe to add back one from the grave or face up, which would be the happiness again, because we want to pin summon again. You're going to activate Solfachord Happiness to pin summon for the second time, and then scale. And then we're going to pin the Q-tail back, and then activate Premoe to go back to our hand, because it's not once per turn, and we're going to need that as a fodder later. And then we're going to link the Q-tail back out for a link Karibo, and then we're going to synchro summon with the Cupsies. Sorry, I'm hard to pick that up. For a Cupsy Yummy way. Then we can activate Cupsy's effect. We're gonna add 2, discard 1. We're gonna add Cookie and a Marshmallow, and then we're gonna discard Marshmallow because we already normal summon and we can't use this effect because this is a light fairy and not a light beast. All right, with these two on the board now, we can synchro summon for level 3 into these Star Hem. We're going to use these Star Hem's effect, discarding the Premoe we had, to special summon back the Cupsies. And now we're going to activate Surprise to special summon back from the graveyard the Marshmallow. We're just going to activate to add the Surprise back to your hand. So at this point we have Cookie in hand, which is an extender, and Surprise, which already been used. You're going to link the Marshmallow off for Snatchy, the one Snatchy, and the Snatchy is going to use this activate its effect to place Mignon face up. Then we're going to activate Mignon, targeting the Marshmallow to summon it back. As you can see, you got a full board still, and we still have an open zone as an Omni Negate for our Kulia. Here's where we're going to finalize the board now. Synchro, Star Ham, and Cupsies. We're going to go into our Librarian. And then we're going to synchro Snatchy and Marshmallow for Lolly. It's going to be mandatory chaining 1, Librarian to draw, Lollipo 2. We're going to summon 2 back from the grave. We're going to go Cupsies and Marsh. And then we'll draw 1 card. We'll just put it face down because it doesn't matter. Then we're going to synchro Cupsies and Marshmallow for Sorrow Cat. That triggers Librarian to draw another card. That Cookie that we had hanging out, we're going to summon it now. And then we can synchro Cookie and Sorrow Cat for Mary Melphis, which is going to draw us a 3rd card. And with Sorrow Cat in the graveyard, we can shuffle back either Cupsy or Starham. I like shuffling back Starham because we can always surprise back Cupsies if things go wrong. Shuffle that back, summon it, and then synchro. Sorrow Cat gets banished when he leaves the field this time. And that goes into the new Omni Negate Zaylin, which draws us the 4th card of the Librarian. And then that's the board. We have 2 Omni Negates in Kulia and Zaylin. We have our full Yummy engine with Lollipo tag out and Surprise ready. And each time we do synchro with the Yummies, we're going to be drawing off the Librarian. And you just drew 4 cards. Back off. So this was the Broken Ass combo that I kind of sort of put together that made me really want to play this deck for the YCS. And I'm glad I did because I finished 18th place with a top 32, just shy from really getting there with top 16 and or a chance of top 8. But that's the deck, guys. I think it's the best way to play the Yummies because you get to draw into the hand traps and you already have 2 Omni Negates and your full Yummy interruptions to go during your opponent's turn. My 2 losses Day one really hurt versus Dragotail, but that was misplays on my behalf, getting kind of greedy and making a play I really shouldn't have. But hope you guys enjoyed it. KingProMoe signing off for now. Hope to see y'all at the next event. Peace.